Okay. I think I'm ready. Damn, I'm not. Damn, I'm not. I didn't put on the lights. 1 second. Whew. How we doing today? How's everybody? How's all one of yous? Alright, let's get these lights on. There we go. We're here now. Let me turn them down though. Yeah, that way they're on, but they're not like blaming my shit. Pause. Alrighty. Let me whoops. Is that decent framing? Should I just push you down a little bit? Nah, we'll be alright. We'll be alright. Do I look good with my hair down today? Let's see. I haven't unponytailed yet. I think I can get away with it. I think I'll get away with it. No, I look crazy. I look absolutely insane. Alright. Ponytail it is for the stream. So, a couple housekeeping things. I think I'm on track to get this video out next week. So, I'll finish the scripting today. I just haven't had time to work on this specific one that I want to put out. I'm not trying to hype it up too much as if there's like, as if it's like this game-changing video. It's mainly just, I want to put out a video, and I realized that 20-year whatever anniversary of Death Note is until next year, so I'll wait for that one. I'll wait to put out that one next year. What is it called? Holy shit. Got a couple other things in the works. Yeah, I just want to get back to posting actual videos. It's just the editing process sucks so much. I need to be able to cut it down or to at least commit to the bit that I've been doing recently, which is put out a video, just chop it up, don't edit it, and then when it comes to turning that video into shorts or like, you know, clipping that video for shorts, then I can get crazy with editing. I just don't know how I feel about that, but I think I've talked about that before. Either way, yeah. You got a Shonen video coming out, and then we got the Zelda video will be coming out probably next month, so. Damn. My lips are chapped. One second. Yeah. All right. So I think we'll start the chapter immediately, and then we'll jump into fun stuff after, or like, you know, talking bullshit afterwards. Let's pull it up. Oh, I gotta finish Modulo. Damn, I might do that today. All right. Hello, my name is Weekly Shonen, and today, oh shit, let me announce that I am live. Holy hell. Fucking Pearl. Yo, bro. Brother man. I know it's very, very very stupid thing, a very stupidly obvious thing to say. It's a very stupidly obvious thing to say, but anytime I post political content, there's no like, stream's going well, thank you. There's no like buffer between discussion and toxicity. At least with anime content, there's, you know, some type of time frame there where I will get some, okay, I disagree but respectfully, or I agree, awesome, or I just think you're playing out wrong. And then in bits and pieces, people will come and be toxic, and that's like, all right, whatever. Eventually, once videos start to get traction or a certain amount of views, you're gonna have those type of people. With politics, it is fucking immediately, bro. Immediately, which I can't really complain about because I'm not necessarily negotiating in the kindest way possible. But holy hell, bro, political content is crazy. All right, let me I'm live. Let's take a picture. And then on Instagram. Why the fuck? Oh, no. I don't want that. That's ugly. That's ugly. Okay. Yeah, just saw me do my thing live. All right. We've posted about it. Is there anything else that I need to be covering before I actually go into this chapter? Should I go live on TikTok? I don't want to go live on TikTok, bro. I'll go live. If my phone starts to die, though, I'm gonna cut that shit. Damn, my shit's only at 50%. What the fuck did I do? Oh, you know what? Then I have to change the camera. I'm not going live on TikTok for this one. All right. Hello. Welcome back. My name is Weekly Shonen, and today we will be reading and reacting to One Piece Chapter 1171. And what I can see right in here from the main page of TCB is that it is titled Ragnir. So, without further ado, let's jump into it. Oh, shit. There you go. 1171 Ragnir. We got another cover request of Zoro with cat ears. by Reverse Kitten, a cat putting cat ears on Zoro. That's cute. That's very cute. I like the mirror. The mirror looks nice. Author's note. Mrs. Green Apple's Babel no To, Tower of Babel, okay. To is tower, okay. Was a wonderful show. I was deeply moved by the way the entire venue was used to represent the story. I wonder if Oda went to one of those like 4D or 3D theaters where, like in Oshinoko, where they spin the theater itself. I would love to go to one of those if those actually exist. Okay, if Harold left the castle in that state, he would have brought great calamity to the world. The wake of the fierce battle at Quest Castle. I keep forgetting it's called Quest Castle. I had a taste of that hopeless future during the fight. Oh, that's Gaban. Okay, I can barely recognize him because there's the bubble version of him. But now I can see clear. Oh my god, I still got some sleep in my eye. I washed my face. I washed my face. Okay. No matter how badly we wounded him up, actually. His body kept repairing itself. It's shocking to think that something actually stopped him. Do you know this sacred treasure would be that powerful? Ja Rule. No, I actually knew nothing about it. All I know is I get chills down my spine when I imagine what would have happened if Loki hadn't been here today. Where is Loki, though? ... from Shanks. Shanks remembering here. Oh, yeah, I should be narrating. My fault. What's up, Victoria? How are you doing? Oh, wait, also, let me check the multi-stream because maybe YouTube chat is finally a thing. 1 second. ... Alright, nothing else is playing. Okay, we're good. I need to make sure chat is working on YouTube. Yeah, I should probably make up some like daily checks. Okay, we're good. We're good to go. So that when I start stream, these things are automatically checked off. So I don't have to remember them 30 minutes in, you know? So yeah, I'll narrate. I'll do narrations from now on. So ... We have Shanks thinking to the past when he was talking to Harold. When I join the Gods Knights, it'll be the new dawn for Elbaf. Back to New Dawn? Okay. And he's thinking of a conversation he's had with... I keep wanting to say Shamrock. That's not Shamrock. Oh my god. Figurelang Garling. Jesus. If you have any wish, simply name it, and it will be within your reach. You've truly endured a miserable squalid life. Jesus Christ. I feel like Kai Cenat. Until now, my poor child. Okay, so Garling was very loving to his son. I don't know about loving, but more so like, I'm trying to spoil you. I don't know if that's love. He's more so like, you're here now, let me give you everything. Forget your former life on the surface. The commoners down there don't even count as people. What the fuck? And then Shanks grabs his left arm. Shanks? Hey, Shanks, stop it. That's a bad habit. You should never resent the circumstances of your birth. Ooh. Why did Harold have to die? Shanks like kind of like gets Gaban off of him. Gaban gives him a hug and he like shoves him off. He was such a pure soul. If only I had been faster. This isn't your fault. Listen, Shanks, you are here for a reason. Everyone's life has some meaning to it. You just gotta hold on. So Gaban's talking like someone who knows what the One Piece is. Clearly because he does, but more so in the sense that like, this isn't Cope. This isn't Gaban being like, yeah, it's fate that we met you that day or that we grabbed you. Or like, you know, this is not a rationalization. This is Gaban going like, yeah, I kind of know exactly the part that you play in the end of all of this. So I can't tell you. This is like Doctor Strange with Tony Stark's like 1 in 1.4 billion chance of success against Thanos thing, where he's like, I can't tell you anything about it. I cannot tell you how we get to this point of success, because then it'll ruin it. I can just tell you that you kind of just gotta suck it up and chill, basically. I wonder if some of the phrasing here, obviously not the circumstances themselves, but like some of the phrasing that Oda has chosen to put on Gaban in terms of like, hey, I know what's supposed to happen. You're part of this. You're part of the end. Chill out. You know, your time will come. I wonder if part of that is influenced by Endgame. But then again, maybe not, because we also have Pedro doing the same thing. Or Roger doing the same thing with Pedro, where he's like, your time to do something will come. Don't worry about it. Just basically be patient. So maybe not. Is this what happens when you love your country too much? Loki's tat. I don't know if I've ever noticed the sun tat before, with the beam down, like a UFO type of thing. This sucks. Damn, and Harold is blammed in half, bro. They gave this motherfucker. Oh no, that's not him. I thought half of his body was obliterated. Harold's body seems to be, for the most part, intact, or at least in one piece. But Loki threw his coat over him. Okay. He was a rare ancient giant. You know what I also have to start doing for these chapters is stop yelling, first of all. Is look more around at the background, because I'll like read the text, I'll reread the text, I'll look at people's faces, and then I'll go to like the first reviewer that I watch regularly. And they'll be like, yeah, did you notice this in the background? I'm like, no, I didn't. I didn't fucking look at any brick on the wall of this castle at all. I didn't look at any symbols or signs in the back. I've just been looking at people's faces and the dialogue. But from what I can see now, there's nothing going on here. Like, Loki's definitely crying, bawling his eyes out, but that's about it. It's unfortunate. Okay, we have Emu speaking now in Pangaea Castle. He was a rare ancient giant, enhanced with even more power and an undying body. Those traits made him a true monster, and yet he was still killed? Who could have? Is something unforeseen lurking on Elbaf? So Emu does, like I said this before, Emu definitely does not know about Elbaf's special fruit. Or at least doesn't realize how powerful it is, right? Because if Emu knew about this, one, he would have asked Harold for it or something like that. Or made some type of plot to steal it by now. And two, he wouldn't be asking this. Or they wouldn't be asking this. I have to stop misgendering Emu, because we have no clue what the fuck Emu even is. Okay, we got the Gorosei here. This is a meeting then. This is not just Emu doing the whole telepathy thing. This is a whole ass meeting. We shall have the Abyss pentagram carved by Harold inspected. Thou shalt not be necessary. So the Gorosei suggested that. And Emu's like, no, it would only result in the death of another knight. Every covenant comes with a price to be paid for Mu. Oh, wait. Every covenant comes with a price to be paid, even for Mu. Huff, huff. Emu is nervous, or... So, look, you see, this is great. Like, this is the subtlety that Oda is a master at, because, I don't know about a master, but this is great, because the main question from God Valley was this Dami Reversi shit is broken. Is OD. How is anyone going to win against it? This is kind of annoying at this point. And the answer is just have more hockey, which... Do I talk about that now? I'll talk about it now. The idea of just have more hockey or punch your fucking person stronger than they can punch you is kind of like... I got to stop overusing the word boring. It's kind of frustrating. Because, yeah, that is the setup for the time skip onward, right? Luffy doesn't have hockey. He needs to learn hockey to even compete in the New World. And then it's reinforced by Kaido. You know, Devil Fruit will only get you so far. You still need hockey. Or you need to become a master of hockey. Even though Kaido mentions Roger,
Kaido was giving Roger just props there because the gripe that I had with Kaido on God Valley was that he didn't get to see Roger go into that monster form. But I guess he's more so like, look, man, that dude became the Pirate King. Everyone respected him as such, and to my knowledge, he never had no devil fruit. So maybe that's why Kaido acknowledges Roger there, not because he saw something specifically. The problem is when people pair that with Garp talking about how Roger became a monster at certain points, then it kind of gets confusing, or it can get confusing, which it did for people like me. But the idea of just have more hockey than your opponent, or just punch your opponent harder than they can punch you, is like, it's frustrating because it doesn't feel like fights will be it feels like fights will be stamina based, and there won't really be too much creativity in the future. So the main point here that I'm like looking at is pre-time skip Luffy's wins are all very creative fights, right? You have luckily he counters Enel's Devil Fruit. He uses water to hit Crocodile. He brings down the whole palace with Arlong. Trying to think of like other fights, smaller fights or whatever. But it just feels like those fights were finished creatively. Whereas now it's just gonna be like, who has the stronger Conqueror's Haki at this point? And that could still be fun, right? Because most shonen are just punch the other person back harder and don't die before you do. But it kind of takes away some of the allure or the mystery from some of this. Because it just goes, okay, now we are definitely just going to get people punching each other back and forth for all of the final fights. And though there will be devil fruits involved and special abilities involved, at the end of the day, there's no thing to figure out with these fights. There's no thing to look forward to these characters figuring out. Except for like Zoro, who's like, I have to master how to cut invisibility or some shit like that, right? Character arcs themselves, concluding, are fun. So that's what I'm still looking forward to with these final fights, with the final war. But the fights themselves just being determined by Haki, it's cool. It's just not as interesting. That's like, I don't really have too much of a hot take about it. It's just not really interesting to go into the final arc, assuming that we know everything, right? Because Oda always throws these curveballs at us. But if this is literally the last discovery, which is just have more conquerors, then it kind of sets up every other fight in the final war to just be like, all right, we'll just wait for someone to give out, and that'll be the victor, you know. But the cool thing about Emu right now is Emu's huffing and puffing. Emu is showing signs of some type of stamina loss or drainage or even nervousness. It's really hard to tell because we still don't have a fucking face, but at the very least we can tell that Harold's death has physically affected Emu, which is great, because the main thing going into this arc, or at least coming out of the God Valley portion of this flashback, was how the heck are we going to deal with Dami Reversi? It seems limitless. It seems, or boundless for some people. It seems like there really is no counter other than just have a ridiculously like historical amount of Haki to hit this person with, which most people won't. And then we get that fleshed out, which is, yeah, that is the case, but only for the Dami Reversi people who have Conqueror's Haki. Those who don't, any Conqueror's Haki will do. It's just for those supreme final villains who have all of the buffs that you have to, have that extra, what is it called, mass for. So I think I'm okay with it. I think I just talked myself through it. I think I'm okay with this idea that, Haki is the thing. I could probably give like a more nuanced take if I think about it a little bit more. So I'll revisit that idea back at the end of the stream. I just want to get some of that off my chest. So yeah, every covenant comes with a price to be paid, even for Mu. So you see, like, even here, it's telling us Emu did something to get this power. There is some price that Emu is paying for this power. And Oda's teasing us with it to be like, we don't know what it is yet. You don't know what it is yet. I'm going to get to it eventually. Just know there is something that exists there. And then Mu continues. He had no qualms about lowering his head to appease humans. All he ever sought was communion with other nations and peoples. Harold was a total aberration. What does that word mean? A departure from what is normal, usual, or expected. Typically one that is unwelcome. Okay. An unwelcome departure. Gotcha. From the norm. And yet, he was born with the blood of those savage, battle-loving giants. Yeah, battle-loving indeed, because those motherfuckers were smiling as they got to kill their king. Had we admitted him to the government flippantly, his very presence might have destroyed it from within. Might have destroyed our power balance, because he would have been advocating for world peace. We can't have that. Elbaf should never have known a king of his disposition. Forging a covenant with a cooperative ancient giant like him was an unprecedented opportunity. This disappointing outcome proves that history does not lie. We were always going to be incompatible. So this is the mistake that Harold made. When Emu, all those chapters ago, mentioned that Harold's foolish mistake in the past caused me some type of speed bump in my plan or whatever. This wasn't because, like we were all hoping, fingers crossed it would be. This was not because Harold helped Roxas God Valley. This is all because Harold was a big old pussy to Emu. He was a giant who should have been at the front lines, who should have been the one commanding Emu's, army of giants, serving under Emu and taking the world itself by force. None of this political shit. We're authoritarian on this side. But no, he was a peace-loving giant. And that was his mistake. Which is great because not only does it tie up that Emu line in a nice little bow, it also ties up Harold's story. Harold's whole, character arc of he went from that savage that Emu would love to have had and maybe still wouldn't have bent the need to, but, at least Emu would have been better off with, to... No, actually, I don't want to go kill people. I don't want to take advantage of these little people, these little insects that you call them. I would rather make deals with them and have them not fear my people, but also look forward to seeing us, So the fact that this is coming at the very end of, what do you call it? It's coming at the very end of Harold's, literally Harold's flashback. This reflection of who he is and who he became. This is a great bow. Even though it has to come from Emu, saying it it's like that moment where Judge and Luffy are talking, and Judge is like, "Why do you want Sanji?" He doesn't want to go to war. He's peace loving. He cares about people, and Luffy takes that conversation away. He's like, why are you saying nothing but good things about you? Why was he trying to talk shit? He was only saying good things about you. What the heck is going on? So this is Emu right now. This is Emu going yeah, if only this big old strong giant wasn't trying to use his powers for good, man. What an idiot. Never forget, Elbaf is of the D. So it is an association thing. This is not... The D is meaningless. Pause. The D has nothing to do with a distinct bloodline or family. It is legit just a pact. Loki, after this, the country will be in disarray. I mean, I'm still looking forward to what the D will actually stand for. What is it represent? Right? Is it a smiley face? Is it the half moon? Is it the dawn? Is it the dawn? What could still there's interest in learning exactly what the D initial stands for. But I think this pretty much proves it has nothing to do with bloodline. This is not a specific clan of people who are it's not lineage based. It's literally just A group of homies who decided to stay together forever. Okay, Loki, after this, country will be in disarray. They're deciding what to do now. I'm heading out to sea, old timer. I'll take the surviving soldiers with me. Shanks is about to do this Loki battle right here. So Loki's not even gonna get out to sea? What about Harold's final request? Take the people of Elbaf. Tell the people of Elbaf what happened here. Got Ja Rule thinking back to that line. There's no way I can tell them the truth, Loki says. Just drop it, all of you. Don't speak a word of what happened here today. That's king shit right now. We got everyone surrounded. Luffy sitting on the steps. Ragnar right next to him. And everyone's just kind of like, yeah, what the fuck do we do right now? I wonder what the guards, though. Like, the guards here are, like, also just like, yeah, we're going to keep it G. We're not going to say a word. We're not going to go for this. How's it going, Dolphy? How you doing today? I like that. I like that idea. Do you think that Loki is going to join the Straw Hats? And what do you think is going to happen about that big skeleton thing at the end of the chapter? I'm not there yet. Hold on. Don't spoil. I'm only on like page 8 or something like that. Like they're just talking about what to do. Loki's just decided, no, we're not going to speak a word of what happened here today. And I was just talking about how that's pretty cool that the guards themselves, like the fodder guards, are also trusted with this secret too. If we say nothing, who do you think they'll blame for all of this? Says Ja Rule. Which goes to show that Ja Rule's memory is not lost during this. No worries, you're good. Ja Rule's memory is not lost through all of this. So there's no malicious Ja Rule agenda anymore. We all thought like maybe when they take the sword out, he'll be revealed to be evil. But it seems like no, he's just ride or die for Loki. I'll be the same as always. Say I were to become king. Can you see me actually honoring father's ideals? I can only tackle this in my own way. With this ability, I'll settle the regrets of the old man and his soldiers. So he's still going to avenge his father, just not in the way that his father wanted. Don't be stupid, Loki. I feel like Loki and Shanks are going to fight right now. Don't be stupid, Loki. The world government is a big organization. It won't be as easy as you think. This is exactly what I said like 1 or 2 chapters ago. You can't just go hand deliver them the fruit that they would have a field day with. That's great. And then we're transitioning out. Something big happened. Quest Castle was attacked. Your Highness. And it's crazy because as Ja Rule tells him, it's not as easy as you think. And he heads out. Gaban and Shanks are just, that's it. They're not doing anything. I would have thought that Shanks would step in here and be like, no, bro, you can't. You don't want to go out there. And then they have a battle or some shit. But Loki does actually set out to sea, so maybe that was never supposed to happen. After that, I set out to sea. And then we're transitioned back. Loki's talking here. Hadrading, by the time you guys returned to the island, everyone had already dubbed me Loki the Patricide. And I made note, that just means to kill your parent, right? Killing of someone's father. Oh. Patriarchy, matriarchy. Patricide. Everyone had already done. This is why you have to try with the context clues before you actually look up a word. Because patricide is like, yes, I know what like infanticide is, or like genocide, all this stuff. And we know what patriarchy is. You have to try sometimes. It's not just sounding out words, but also using your context clues and remembering prefixes and suffixes. This is why reading chapters live is actually helping me understand how to read. That's why I'm not going to come at Kasanat for deciding to read 15 minutes a day on stream. Like, yeah, that will help. Oh, okay. So Loki the Patricide, and I made no effort to correct that narrative. But it's not like I was crazy enough to brag about killing him either. I just didn't want everything he stood for to be dismissed because of how things turned out. With all that in mind, do you really think I should have told the people everything? And you got Haverding here realizing that he is fucking stumped. All this hate that he's had for his brother, resentment, and refusal to believe anything coming out of his brother's mouth. He's realizing this is the look of cognitive dissonance. This is how every MAGA person looks when you conflict any opinions of theirs. When you go, hey, weren't you against authoritarian rule? Like, weren't you against vaccine cards? Why are you totally okay with having to carry around your fucking passport to not get deported, and they go, fuck around and find out. Just liberals, you know, like this is exactly the face that they make when you confront them with anything, or when you confront someone with any bit of knowledge on a fucking on any bit of anime. It translates the anime too, because holy shit, oh my god. All right, we'll get to it in a bit. I'll get to it now. Someone tried to tell me that Yu Habak is not a Quincy. Someone legit made that argument to me the other day. And I was like, all right, let's hear it out. And the argument was he has never once claimed that he is a Quincy. And I was like, the dude is dubbed the King of Quincy. The only way that you can do this is if you are completely disingenuous and assume because he has literally never stated it himself, or because he is seen as the father of Quincy, that means he is above Quincy, or he's like transcendent, and he's like, he cannot be a Quincy, which is fucking stupid. But I looked it up and I was like, let me just look through some chapters when he is talking to other Quincy and shit, and I found the chapter where he literally says, "You are like me, a Quincy," to Hashwald. And I approached the person who made this really ridiculous argument with that, and they I'll give you a guess. Well, no one's gonna respond, but you could probably guess as to what the hell they did, which was change the fucking talking point entirely. Insane stuff. People say the craziest things, and that's what I'm starting to learn about you guys. I understand why people treat their chat like shit. Well, not like shit, but why people jokingly treat their chat like shit. Because y'all be saying some wild shit in my comments, and I welcome all of it. Continue. Perfectly fine. But holy hell, bro. The wildest things. The absolute wildest things. That is like top one, probably. Yeah, definitely top one of like the last decade. Craziest things I've ever heard in my life. Oh my god, this is what I'm saying. No, it happens so often now. So, Yu Habak is not a Quincy. And Tamari, according to the data books and to people who really wish to scale people up, Tamari is universal. Tamari is universal. Because the data book says that. It's never all corroborated in the manga. Everyone who's ever watched or read Naruto knows that is not a true factual statement. But people said that. I was like, yo, I don't have to respond to every comment. I don't have to do that anymore. I will try. Obviously, I'm not famous enough to be like, yeah, I can be above that. But holy shit, bro. I was like, damn, people say some wild stuff. He's telling the truth, Hadruding. Oh, and then we got the corroboration of the story from Gabon. Get it already? I really don't want to relive all this crap. Elder Ja Rule. Always opposed to our execution. I can understand why you chose to keep this secret. Someone said Caribou. Yo, I'm sorry. Last one. Someone said Caribou is universal or boundless because his what the heck is it called? Because his mud, his storage, his infinite locker is infinite. So he can theoretically, no, not theoretically, he can literally just absorb any universe. Like Caribou is the strongest character of all time in any media, according to some people. It's hilarious. It's fucking hilarious. Oh my god. The guy who's currently sitting in not currently, but the guy who was sitting in a barrel for like 2 arcs, because that was all it took to confine him, can infinitely suck up everything. He can't suck up the barrel that he's in, but everything else. Elder Ja Rule always opposed to your execution. I'm being a little bad faith there because I know that he can't suck up things while he's confined in a space smaller than his body. But Jesus Christ. One Piece fans, man. One Piece fans. And Bleach fans. Yo, Bleach fans don't read, bro. That's what I've learned. Bleach fans, One Piece fans, we don't read our own shit. Myself included, because I've learned a lot about Bleach ever since posting about it. Just more about the intricate details. I've never gone back for a reread. Wait, hold on. One last thing. Do I have anything else to get off my chest? Now I can finish this chapter and spend the yap session afterwards. What else was there? Oh, JJK. Oh, yo, hold on. First of all right, I'll talk. Let me finish the chapter, and I got a couple of things I want to talk about after. Elder Ja Rule, always opposed to execution. always opposed to your execution. I can understand why you chose to keep this secret, Hajuding says. Father choosing death in the face of the government's manipulation. The world government has been our enemy all this time. I wonder what did they do to Father? Indeed, and now they've sent more knights to Elbaf, some with deep ties to Harold. Even Luke, this is Gabon talking now. Even Loki doesn't know all the details about Harold's dealings in the Holy Land. I can fill you in if you want. Who's saying that? That won't be necessary for now, Yasan. Okay, so Gabon knows because he's spoken to Shanks. We need no further reason to protect our country. Fair enough. That's some Luffy shit to say, Hadradine. That's a pretty cool moment. Kerchank, and then off comes the chains from Loki. And Hadradine takes them off himself. This is great. For the sake of Elbaf, let's make a stand together. And then Luffy finally gets to speak. Whoa, that's great, Loki. You can fight now. Then we get a big old roar. And a crash. Whoa, that's one of the monsters that was rampaging up there. They've got a ton of creatures running wild. Oh, Dofi, is this what you were talking about? The skeleton at the end of the chapter? The one that kind of looks like Brooke with the helmet? Because if so, this is just the nightmare from what the heck is his name? I can remember them. We got Garling. We got Sommers. And then we got the other guy. God Knights, Knights of God. What the heck is his name? Killingham. That's Killingham's fruit. That's what that is. Killingham summoned these nightmares before. We've seen this exact skeleton a few 20 chapters ago at this point. It's been that long. Holy hell. Where did they come from? Isn't that a Draugr? I never thought those were real. Have you not seen Brooke? What the fuck? This will be a good warm-up. Go on ahead. I'll just jump up. What in the world is that? What do you mean you'll just jump up? Okay. What's going on up there? Hurry it up, Hajrading. Howarding? Howardin. I'm going to call him Howardin. Hiya Thompson. Hiya Thompson? Hi. I'm assuming it's Hiya. How you doing? Or, yo. We admit we prejudged you. Prejudice is just prejudged. Holy shit. I'm learning so many new words today. Patricide. Mayonnaise. We prejudged you when we called you a king-slaying piece of crap. They're saying that on the way up. That's fucking hilarious. We're really sorry. But this doesn't undo all the other things you've done. I'm pretty sure that's a Oh, sure. DM me. DM me on if you have Instagram. My Instagram is Shonen Jump. So the way that Shonen is spelled here, and then JUMP. Yeah, just DM me there. I got you. Because I am looking for a couple new things. My setup right now is Zelda based, so I'd like to work off of it. So it's gonna be. I'll type it in chat for you. I got you. That's my IG. Oh, you're on fucking. Sorry. You're on Twitch. Let me type in Twitch chat real quick. Oh, I can't type in Twitch chat. So XONINJUMP. So Shonen, the way that it's spelled here on the Twitch chat, on the Twitch channel, Weekly Shonen. So Shonen JUMP. It should have a picture of my PFP should be a picture of me actually. I was gonna say Frankie from Spy Family, but that's no longer the case. So yeah, it seems like TCB has a spelling error moment here, but this doesn't undo all your other things you've done. It should be all the other things. Shut up and go. Although Viz will probably translate this to. This doesn't account for all the things, all the harm that you've caused. Something like that. Shut up and go already. I don't need to hear you guys yap. Fair enough. Ah, this is the best. I can move. It's so freeing. She. That's Luffy there with him? That's what's up. And then we got a Roar and Chopper being scared to death. Gaban getting some type of flare here. Hey, Doc. I know you want to take care of me here, but I'm worried about my son up there. Yeah, you make a good point, Chopper says as he's crying because he's scared to death. He's agreeing because he's like, yeah, I don't want to be here. You're perfectly fine. I don't want to be here at all. For sure. Let's go save your son. That's the only reason why I would love to go up there right now. It's not because there's a giant skeleton in this vicinity. It's because I would rather save your son. Great stuff. And then we got Sanji taking him away. Be careful, Sanji. I've got it. Weren't you two gonna stay behind? Wait, what? I don't understand that line from Sanji there. But I like how Sanji's carrying Gaban here. Just Sanji, you better not let this one die. You better not let someone put a hole in this one, because last time you were in charge of carrying someone away from battle or to another location, didn't work out too well for you. What are you still doing here? She. I'm dying to see you fight. Luffy just wants to see him fight. That's great. All right. Let's show him your power, Ragnar. Squeak! Squeak. Wait, bro, is the sound effect when Ragnar hits shit going to be like a toy hammer, like a squeak actually? Nilfheim. Oh, his attack is Nilfheim. Huh? Oh, there's a break next week. That's the end of the chapter, but there's a fucking break. What's Nilfheim again? It's like some realm. Oh, it's the ice and cold realm. Which is hilarious because this is a thing that looks like Brook, who also uses ice powers. So the fact that the ice and cold world is being used on this Draugr here is great. And it actually does freeze him. Holy shit. Holy shit. I didn't realize that. It freezes him and then it cracks him. Wow. Is it going to shatter him? Oh, it even says down here, chilling attack. Wow. So we're about to get lore as to why Brook. Oh, hold on. I got to sign into my whatchamacallit to do that. Twitch. Log in. Got you, Thomas. God damn it. I got to go all the way to Gmail. Also, I saw you right in the YouTube chat. 1 second. Also, I saw you right in the YouTube chat. 1 second. Oh! I just gave him on my fucking channel. Oh no! Oh no! Let's go. I'm already logged in. It's not gonna work. I just gave him on my There you go. I just gave away my security code. Under other circumstances, that would have been the death of me. What am I playing? I'm not playing anything. Tom Thornlala, sorry. I'm reading the One Piece chapter that dropped yesterday, the day before. I was unable to get to it, even though the official comes out tomorrow. I'm still out here. Wait, why is my stream chat so low? Why can't I see my stream chat? That's so weird. You just follow me and DM me? Alright, I'm gonna check you after the stream then. Man. But fun stuff. This would be great to... This is like... Damn it. I can see it now. I can see it in chat now. No! How do I delete it? Oh, good. Oh, it's really delayed. Either way. If this is how we start to get... If Elbaf is the reason that we start to get, like... lore about how the underworld works, because we still haven't gone up to the Heaven Realm, and we get some type of explanation as to how Brook can use ice powers, and it's not just because he's, you know, the cold of the dead or whatever, but because it specifically draws from Nilfheim, And that'd be nice. Yeah, break next week. That's very unfortunate for us, for me. I'm upset about that. But amazing chapter. I'm glad that so we finished here, but we didn't get the Shanks Loki fight, which is very surprising to me. I thought that was a given. I thought even if it was just like a single panel, just to show like, hey, even if it was comedic, like Loki tried to leave, and then we ended up, we just see Shanks with him in chains. I thought like we'd at least get something about that. So it seems like that's just gonna be. Oh, the Draugr legit. I thought these are the Draugur's horns on the third to last page here. Those are his fucking feet because he just dropped himself down. That's hilarious. That's why it's a crash. I didn't realize that. Oh, I'm tired. That's why I didn't stream last night. I've been really tired. Can I tell you what is the One Piece? If you want to know the answer to that, actually I can show you. Hold on. The One Piece is where the fuck did I put it? I have the answer for that. If you're looking for the One Piece, it's right here. Got him. That's why you don't ask that question. That's why you don't ask that question, my friend. I'm never going to tell you what the One Piece is. Why? Not because I don't know. Clearly, you see the stash. I know what the One Piece is. I'm not going to tell you what it is because that'll spoil the ending. But it's probably in Ennie's lobby. I'll tell you where it is. Okay. So we have a break next week. That's unfortunate. So that means I'm putting out this video next week for sure. But goddamn. Goddamn. I mean, this is a great chapter just because we got to see them together at the end discussing what to do. But like, it's probably still only like a 7 out of 10 chapter. I would only give this an 8. Because we kind of get more. I'll give it like an extra point because of Emu and the fact that Loki's free now. But aside from that, pretty regular chapter. It's still great, still enjoyable. I like, the moment with Howardin. Howardin is what I'm calling him now. Howardin and Loki here. I like the fact that Gabon is chiming in more. I don't know what the heck happened to Zoro. Did he leave with the people? Yeah, where is Zoro? I feel like Zoro went up top. Yeah, I couldn't tell. This is why, like, someone will fucking spot this. Oh, no, you can see him. You can see him. He's really small. But he's there. He's there on the ship as they're going up. Okay. So Zoro will be fighting a God Knight. We don't have to worry about him being down here with Loki and Luffy. That's fun. And we're going to get Loki and Luffy just buddy cop situation, too. That's going to be a great time. All right. So that's the chapter. I don't really got too much to say about it, so I probably won't put out a review for this. But I will put out a video. What is it called? Oh, you know what I saw? All right, yeah, I'm just yapping at this point. I saw 28 years later last night, the second part, Bone Temple. That was a great time. A wonderful time. Especially the ending. Like the climax to that movie. Oh, so good. So damn good. I don't know if you guys have seen it or if anyone plans on seeing it. But spoiler alert, that shit was fire. And there will be a third one. And they're doing a great... I'm joking about the spoiler alert. I like the fact that this is a new trilogy and it has nothing to do with the previous one, almost. Because we do get a reveal at the end. Or we get someone being revealed at the end. But... I think that I really appreciate the fact that, yeah, they're able to go, you're 28 years later. This is completely separated from the first three movies. We're not going to do any callbacks, like, rely on you knowing the previous movies. Just the world has been zombie apocalypsed for about 30 years. Here's how people are living. And we get a completely different story. And the way that movie ends, like, yeah, we might actually solve the zombie apocalypse, which would be great. And the only problem is the doctor who solves it. Actual spoiler alert for the movie. In case you do plan on seeing 28 years later, the new trilogy. The doctor who basically cured or figured out how to cure zombie apocalypse or zombiness, or what the heck is it called? The infection, they call it. He's fucking dead. So, like, how's anyone else gonna figure this out? Is Samson gonna remember, like, his talks? If he does, then he can be like, oh yeah, you have to treat it like psychosis. I got, like, these few pills taken, and then I took them all together, and that cured me. I really wonder how they're gonna handle that bit. But damn, shout out Samson. Samson was the best part of that movie. Well, actually, no. Samson's relationship with the doctor was the best part of that movie, because Samson is just the test subject for it, but the doctor himself is probably the best character in the trilogy so far. Although I'm rooting for Kick-Ass, for the dude who plays Kick-Ass to come and do something cool next movie, because he hasn't really been able to show out, and his character itself, like, as a father, he's not really that good. So we'll see. But yeah, that was a fun time. What was I gonna yap about earlier? Oh, you know what? Look, for you motherfuckers in my comments that bitch about the Zooms, there's no Zoom. I'm on live stream. I can't millennial Zoom right now. So don't worry, you are safe. There's a Zoom-free zone. I'm kidding. Let me introduce you to Ken Burns in the edits. Yeah. Ken Burns isn't a Zoom in the future, though. But either way. So, we've got, yeah, that's the last thing I want to touch on, and then I'm out. Because I'm going to go read JJK Modulo this whole day. I'm going to catch up to that today. I don't understand why JJK needs this slander. Because the Utah agenda, the anti-Utah agenda, is hilarious. That has been around since day one. Not day one, but since Lobotomy Kaizen started. Totally fine. The slander around the anime itself, I'm 1000% sure, is one of two things. Trolls, people who already hate JJK, or Jujutsu folk. One of the two. They're one and the same. Or people just making content. That's it. People just hopping on some bandwagon because it's easy clicks. Because there's no way that we started this series off with, wow, I can't believe that they showed all the rules for the culling game so fast we couldn't even read it. And this week, the story is, I can't believe we spent an entire episode discussing the rules and the conversation or the plan around the culling game. It makes zero sense that two different sides of the fandom would bitch about this, or that the same side of the fandom would bitch about one thing one week and then the exact opposite thing the next week. So it's a Russian bot farm. Now, it's got to be either trolls, people who are just looking for easy clicks, or people who genuinely just don't want to see Jujutsu Kaisen being talked about. They're like, damn, I've never seen it. I assume it's overhyped. I want something else to do well. It's like the ball and gun gamer debate of like, have I watched the series? No. Have I played the game? No. Am I going to talk about it as if I have? Yes. Absolutely, I am. Which is hilarious. I know I missed that conversation by like a month at this point. But yeah, the fact that ball and gun gamers, or gun and ball gamers, are a thing now after the whole Expedition 33 conversation, and they're acting like they're fucking victims in this conversation, when the entire conversation only devolves because they enter it to go, I don't care about this genre. I don't care about playing it ever. I don't care about ever informing myself to the point so I can actually have a valid opinion about this genre of video games or this really popular game that is winning all these awards. I just want to see 2K26 win. I just want to see Black Ops win. I just want to see the new Call of Duty win Game of the Year, because is it the best game? I don't know the answer to that. What I do know is that I have about 10,000 hours played in it, so it should win. Like that's the entire argument. Is I played this game the most. So it's hilarious that like people are like, yeah, you're an idiot. People legit responded to these people going, yeah, I don't care about these other game genres. I just want my favorite game to win because there's no actual argument and there's no information or there's no validity to this argument. People legit shot that down because of that. And they responded with, so you're saying I'm not a real gamer? Dude, people play mobile games. Those are gamers. People play the shit out of mobile games. Gacha games. You can play fucking arcade games. It doesn't matter. You're a gamer. Everyone is a gamer if you play a game for an extended period of time and like you have a love for it. That's not the conversation though. Like people will always move the goalpost. Like no matter what point they're trying to make, the second that you show someone why their point is invalid or you, what is it called? You use their own logic against them. You go, okay, here, is this what you're saying? One, okay, I've confirmed exactly what you were saying. Is this the reasoning behind what you were saying? Yes? Okay, cool. Let me give you an example, a hypothetical as to why that sounds fucking batshit crazy. And they go, so what you're saying is you think I'm a piece of shit. It's like, no, I'm not actually saying that. I'm just showing you why what you're saying is just not a valid critique. Just it does not make any sense. I can probably say that in a better way if I have a legitimate example. But yeah, the ball and gun game thing is just like, yeah, the fact that they've gone from like your favorite game sucks because it's winning all these awards. It's just no the what was it? It went from no one's playing this game. Actually, they are. Millions of people have bought it. To yeah, it's overhyped. Actually, it's very critically rated. Critically acclaimed and highly rated unanimously. To well, they're just giving awards to anyone. Like no, they gave every award to this one game, and then after every bullshit argument has like just seceded. Just you can't use it anymore. The new argument becomes not it never turns out to be, damn, I guess I'm wrong. I guess I have to do some self-reflection, look within myself, and figure out how I came to such a really stupid conclusion. It actually just becomes, how do I victimize myself in this situation? That's every time. Yo, heck, what's good? How you doing, bro? What the fuck is that emu W? Oh, it's a W. I thought that shit was a book. Thank you. But yeah, that's just all it becomes. Oh, it's W on Twitch, but 100 on YouTube. That's hilarious. But yeah, that's every time, bro. Every time. It's either I'm gonna move the goalpost to like, actually I didn't say any of that. These are not the droids you're looking for. I didn't say any of what you're claiming that I'm saying, even though I've already agreed that is exactly what I'm saying. I'm actually just gonna pivot to this whole other point entirely. It's either that or I am now a victim. Damn. Okay. Wait, there's no emotes on YouTube? Goddamn. Well, shit, thank you. Oh, fuck. You reminded me now. I haven't set up my kick. All right. That was pretty much it, though. I got all my shit off. I don't know if I actually got clips for this stream, so we'll see. Either way, I'm going to go read JJK, the new JJK. And I'm gonna read the Sukuna fight again, and then I'm gonna read the new JJK. And yeah, I'll give you guys updates as to like, you know, when the Zelda video is coming out, when the Shonen video is coming out. Y'all see me soon. Y'all will see me by Tuesday, Wednesday next. Actually, sorry, yeah. Say Saturday, Tuesday, Wednesday next week. All right.